All right, so we're diving into a topic that I think pretty much every dog owner has pondered at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Can our furry friends share our furniture, or are couches strictly off limits?
It's a question that sparks a lot of debate, for sure.
It seems pretty straightforward at first, but the more you think about it,
Right.
the more you realize there's a whole lot more to consider than just, whether you're okay with little dog hair on your cushions.
Absolutely.
We've got some fascinating insights to share today based on the latest research and expert opinions.
Yeah.
So if you've ever found yourself wondering to couch or not to couch, this deep dive is for you.
We're going to unpack the whole thing.
We'll explore both sides of the argument so you can make the best choice for both you and your furry friend.
Sounds good.
So let's kick things off with the question that's probably on everyone's mind.
Okay.
Is it really a big deal if our dogs hang out on the couch with us? I mean, I think a lot of us picture those cozy snuggles with our pups, and it just seems like pure bliss.
I get it. I totally get it.
But are we overlooking some crucial factors here?
Well, one thing to consider is how it might affect their perception of their place in the family.
Oh, you mean like the whole dominance thing?
Yeah, kind of.
But wait, I thought that whole alpha dog concept was debunked.
It was. It definitely was.
So what's the deal then?
It's not about dominance in the traditional sense,
Okay.
but dogs do have an innate understanding of social structure.
Right.
And sometimes giving them free access to furniture, especially without clear guidelines,
Yeah.
it can kind of blur those lines and lead to some confusion.
So it's less about being the pack leader
Right.
and more about clear communication.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
Okay, I'm starting to see where you're going with this.
This is where positive reinforcement comes in.
So you're talking about rewarding the behaviors we want to see,
That's a big part of it.
like teaching them to stay off the couch by making the floor more appealing,
You got it.
with treats, toys, that kind of thing.
Yes, but it goes deeper than just treats and praise.
Oh, real.
Positive reinforcement actually taps into how dogs naturally learn
I see.
by consistently associating good things with the desired behavior.
Interesting.
You're essentially building trust and strengthening your bond,
That makes sense.
making the whole training process more effective and enjoyable for both of you.
Okay, so it's about building that positive feedback loop
Exactly.
and avoiding any confusion, especially when it comes to those trickier aspects of dog behavior.
Like resource guarding, for instance.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
Uh-huh.
What exactly should people be looking out for?
Well, resource guarding is basically when a dog becomes possessive over something.
Like a toy or their food bowl?
Exactly. Or even a spot on the couch.
Oh, wow. I hadn't thought about that.
It's really important to catch those early signs before things escalate.
Okay, so what are some red flags?
I know growling is an obvious one.
Right. But are there more subtle cues we might miss?
Absolutely. Sometimes it starts much more subtly.
Okay, like what?
Watch for things like a stiffening of their body, a hard stare, lip lifting,
Huh. Interesting.
even yawning when someone approaches them on the couch.
Yawning.
It might seem odd,
Yeah.
but it's their way of saying, hey, back off. This is mine.
That's fascinating.
These are early signs of potential resource girding.
So how can we tell if it's just mild possessiveness or something more serious that needs professional help?
It really depends on the intensity and the context of the behavior.
Okay, I see.
For example, if your dog just gives a low growl when you reach for the remote they're lying on,
Yeah,
that might not be a huge concern.
right.
But if they start snarling, lunging, or biting,
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's different.
that's a clear sign to seek help from a certified dog trainer or behaviorist.
They can help assess the situation and come up with a safe and effective training plan.
Exactly.
So it's really a spectrum, and knowing when to call in a pro is crucial.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of us, myself included, tend to brush off those early warning signs thinking, oh, he's just being protective.
Yeah.
But it sounds like that can be a slippery slope.
It can definitely lead to more serious problems down the line if you ignore those early signs.
Okay, so let's say we've decided for whatever reason that the couch is off limits.
Okay.
How do we actually make that happen?
It all starts with consistency and clear communication.
Right, because from the dog's perspective, we're changing the rules of the game.
Exactly.
And that can be confusing if we're not all on the same page.
Definitely.
So no sneaky couch snubbles even when they're tiny and irresistible.
Right.
But how do we actually teach them that the floor is the place to be?
You make the floor the fun zone.
Okay,
Have their favorite toys there, engage in playtime on the floor,
gotcha.
and really shower them with praise when they choose to settle there on their own.
So we're building those positive associations from the get-go.
Exactly.
What about creating a designated space for them?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Like a cozy bed or a crate?
Every dog needs a safe haven. A den they can truly call their own,
Right.
but the location is key.
Oh, how so?
Some dogs might love being tucked away in a quiet corner,
I can see that.
while others prefer to be right in the heart of the action.
Makes sense.
It's all about observing your dog and understanding their individual preferences.
So we're playing doggy detective,
It's getting
figuring
more-
out their personality and what makes them feel secure.
You got it.
But how do we make that designated space truly irresistible?
That's the million-dollar question.
I've definitely bought my fair share of dog beds that ended up being completely ignored.
I hear you.
What's the secret?
Comfort is key.
Okay.
Don't skimp on quality. Choose a bed that's the right size, supportive,
Right.
and made with materials your dog actually enjoys.
So it's about tailoring it to their unique preferences.
Exactly.
This is getting really interesting.
Right.
But we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah,
There's still a lot more ground to cover
there is.
when it comes to actually training our dogs to stay off the couch
Uh-huh.
and managing those tricky moments when our resolve starts to crumble.
Oh, yeah. Those are tough.
But we'll dive into all of that in the next part of our deep dive, so stay tuned.
Just stay tuned.
Welcome back. We're diving deeper into this whole dogs on the couch debate.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm realizing it's a lot more complex than I initially thought.
It is. There's a lot to unpack.
We've talked about positive reinforcement, creating those cozy alternatives, and even spotting those early signs of resource guarding.
Right.
But what about those times when our willpower just crumbles?
You're
You've
right.
had a long day, you're exhausted,
Oh, yeah.
and those puppy dog eyes are just too much to resist.
It's a struggle. We've all been there.
So how do we stay strong in those moments of weakness? Any tips for resisting those pleading eyes?
Well, it can be helpful to have a mantra or a visual reminder of your goals.
Okay.
Maybe it's a picture of your pristine dog hair-free couch.
I like that.
Or a note on the fridge that says, "Stay strong. Floor time is fun time."
I love it.
Whatever works for you to stay motivated.
It's like having a little cheerleader in your corner, reminding you why you're doing this.
And remember, redirecting them to their designated spot doesn't mean they're any less loved.
Right.
It's about setting clear boundaries and helping them succeed.
Okay, so speaking of success, let's talk about training techniques.
Okay.
We touched on positive reinforcement earlier,
Yeah.
but can you walk us through some specific strategies for teaching our dogs to stay off the furniture?
Absolutely. One effective method is teaching them a go to your bed cue.
Go to your bed.
Yep. You can start by tossing treats and praise towards their bed,
Okay.
encouraging them to investigate it.
Gotcha. So we're creating those positive associations with their designated space.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Once they're reliably going to their bed,
Yeah.
you start associating the cue with the action.
Okay.
So when they head toward the bed, you say, "Go to your bed," and reward them with praise and a treat when they settle down.
So we're catching them in the act and reinforcing that behavior.
That's it.
Makes sense. What about those times when they make a beeline for the couch instead?
That's when you use a gentle but firm no and redirect them to their bed.
Okay.
You can use a hand gesture or a gentle nudge to guide them in the right direction.
Got it.
The key is to be consistent and avoid any harsh punishment or yelling.
Right, because punishment just creates fear and anxiety
Exactly.
and damages our bond with our dogs.
It's all about positive guidance and clear communication.
Okay, but I'm wondering, does this approach work for all types of furniture? What about beds and chairs?
Good question.
Are the rules the same?
That's a great question. And like most things in dog training, it depends.
Okay.
For some dogs, the rules might be the same across all furniture.
Uh-huh.
But for others, you might choose to allow them on certain pieces.
Like a specific chair or something?
Exactly, while keeping others like the bed off limits.
So we can be a bit more flexible
Yeah.
depending on our preferences and our dog's personality.
It's all about finding what works best for your unique household.
Okay, that makes sense.
But those core principles remain the same. Clear boundaries, consistent communication, and positive reinforcement.
Got it. But what about those times when things get a bit tricky?
Like what?
Like when we have guests over
Oh, yeah.
who might not exactly share our furniture philosophy.
The guest dilemma.
Right. It's like, how do we handle that?
Communication and a bit of pre-planning can save you a lot of stress.
Okay.
Let your guests know about your house rules regarding dogs and furniture beforehand.
Before they even arrive.
Exactly. Some guests might be totally cool with the dog on the couch, while others might have allergies or just prefer to keep their distance.
Right, so it's about setting those expectations and respecting everyone's comfort levels.
Exactly.
But what if a guest unknowingly encourages our dog to jump on the furniture?
Oh, no.
Even though we've established it as off limits.
Yeah, that can happen.
How do we handle those awkward moments?
Just gently remind your guest of your house rules.
Okay.
And redirect your dog to their designated spot. You can say something like, "Oh, Fluffy actually isn't allowed on the couch. Come on, Fluffy, let's go to your bed."
Perfect. And it's a good opportunity to reinforce that go to your bed cue.
Right.
And show our dog that good things happen when they make the right choice.
Exactly. Remember, it's not about punishing the dog or making your guest feel bad.
Right.
It's about consistency and maintaining a harmonious environment for everyone.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But what about the flip side? What if we're the guests visiting someone else's home with our dog?
Oh.
How do we ensure our furry friend follows the house rules,
Yeah.
even if we're a bit more relaxed about furniture at home?
Again, communication is key.
Okay,
Before the visit, ask your host about their preferences regarding dogs and furniture.
got it.
If they have specific rules, make sure you and your dog respect them.
So it's all about being a respectful guest.
Right.
And recognizing that different households have different norms.
Exactly. And you can even use those visits as opportunities to practice
Wait.
the go to your bed cue in a new environment,
Great point.
reinforcing those good behaviors wherever you go.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from training techniques to navigating those tricky social situations.
we have.
But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I'm curious, what are some of the more unusual or surprising insights you've gleaned from your years of experience working with dogs and their humans?
One thing that always fascinates me is how individual each dog is.
Right.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach to training or behavior.
That's so true. We sometimes forget they have their own personalities,
That's it.
preferences, and quirks.
It's so important to approach training with curiosity and flexibility.
Okay.
Observe your dog, pay attention to their body language, and be willing to adjust your strategies as needed.
It's all about finding what works for your dog
Exactly.
and your unique relationship.
That's the key.
This has been so insightful.
It has.
But we're not done yet. There's still more to explore.
There is.
When it comes to those potential challenges, those moments when things don't go quite as planned, we'll dive into all of that in the final part of our deep dive. All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive. And, we've talked about the theory, we've talked about the techniques,
Yeah.
but let's be real. Putting all of this into practice isn't always easy, is it?
It's definitely one thing to understand the concepts, but actually implementing them in real life with all its distractions and, temptations
Oh, yeah.
can be a whole other challenge.
Exactly. I can just imagine myself, standing there with those treats in hand trying to redirect my dog to his bed while my well-meaning but totally clueless friend is over there patting the couch cushion saying, "Come on up, buddy."
Oh yeah, that's a classic scenario.
It's like a recipe for disaster,
And it highlights one of the biggest hurdles people face.
which is,
It's not just about training the dog, it's about training the humans too.
oh, that's so true.
Consistency is absolutely crucial. And that means everyone in the household, even regular visitors, need to be on board and on the same page.
So how do we handle those situations where, let's face it, we're the weak link?
Yeah.
Those moments when we cave and let those puppy dog eyes win?
First of all, don't beat yourself up about it.
Okay, good, because I've definitely been there.
We all have. It's important to remember that setbacks are normal.
They are.
They're part of the process. The key is to recognize those slip-ups,
Yeah.
get back on track, and you even use them as learning experiences.
Okay, so it's not about being perfect. It's about persistence.
Yeah, exactly.
But how do we prevent those slip-ups in the first place? Any tips for staying strong when temptation strikes?
Visualizing your goals can be really helpful.
Okay.
Imagine how great it will feel to have a clean, dog hair-free couch.
Oh, yeah.
Or picture your dog being calmer and happier because they understand the boundaries. Use those positive images as motivation when you're tempted to give in.
I love that I'm a very visual person, so that would definitely work for me.
Great.
But what about those times when it's not just our own willpower we're battling, but the, well-intentioned actions of others?
Yeah.
How do we gently but firmly guide our friends and family towards respecting our house rules?
Clear communication is key. Don't be afraid to politely but directly explain your reasons for keeping your dog off the furniture.
Okay.
You can say something like, we're working on some training, and it's important for Fluffy to stay on the floor for now.
Perfect.
Most people will understand and respect your decision.
Right. It's not about being rude or making anyone feel bad.
Oh, no.
It's about doing what's best for our dog.
Exactly.
And if someone just keeps pushing the boundaries, maybe offer them a fun alternative.
Oh, like what?
Like, hey, would you like to join me on the floor for some playtime with Fluffy?
I love that it turns a potential conflict into a bonding experience.
Exactly.
That's great.
But what about when we're the guests navigating someone else's home and their rules? How do we make sure our dog is on their best behavior, even if we're more relaxed about furniture at our own place?
Again, communication is your best friend.
Okay,
Before the visit, have a chat with your host about their expectations.
got it.
Ask about their house rules regarding dogs and furniture, and assure them that you'll do your best to make sure your dog follows them.
So it's about being proactive and respectful.
Exactly, even if those rules are different from your own.
Right, but what if, despite our best efforts, things don't go exactly as planned? What if our dog sneaks onto the couch when no one's looking?
First of all, don't panic.
Okay, easy for you to say.
Remember, setbacks are a normal part of learning for both dogs and humans.
That's true.
The key is to respond calmly and consistently.
Okay.
Gently redirect your dog to their spot. Reinforce that go to your bed cue and avoid any harsh scolding or punishment.
Right, because getting angry or frustrated will only make things worse.
Exactly. It's about patience and understanding that learning takes time.
Absolutely. But what if those setbacks keep happening?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to step back and reassess our approach, right?
You got it. Are there any underlying triggers you might be missing?
No, that's a good point.
Is your dog getting enough mental and physical stimulation?
Yeah.
Are their needs being met in other areas?
Sometimes those so-called bad behaviors are really a sign that something else is going on.
Exactly. Maybe they're bored, anxious, or just craving more attention.
It's like they're trying to tell us something.
Exactly. And it's our job to listen and respond.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
It really has.
We've gone way beyond just the should dogs be on furniture question.
They have.
It's really about understanding our dogs, respecting their needs, and building that trust and communication.
I couldn't agree more. It's about seeing them as the complex sentient beings they are.
And embracing that complexity and finding joy in that journey of learning and growing together.
Absolutely. It's about celebrating those incredible bonds we share with our dogs.
And creating a harmonious home where everyone can thrive. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration of dogs, furniture, and the amazing relationships we have with these furry creatures.
It's been a pleasure.
And remember, the journey of understanding and connecting with our dogs never really ends.
It's an ongoing adventure.
So stay curious, stay compassionate, and never stop learning.
Great advice.
Thank you for your watching. If you find this video is helpful to you, please share it with your family and friends. Leave us a like and subscribe to our channel. And turn on the bell, that way you don't miss every single one of our videos. So that's for today's video. See you next time.